Hey, I'm back. I am so sorry I haven't been posting videos like I said I would, but I wanted to take some time and get a bigger focus on what my channel was going to be about. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus mostly on the archetypes and mythos of movies, and specifically pertaining to at-risk youths and foster care kids. Because as you well know, if you don't know, I am a former foster care child. Anyway, I saw X-Men Apocalypse and it was fantastic. Now I know most of you are saying, oh my God, it was okay, I didn't really get it. But if you just pay attention to what Apocalypse was really talking about, then you would see that everything he was speaking about affects us today. He talked a lot about us relying too much on our technology. We rely too much on not using our brains, not figuring things out for ourselves. We want to be told everything. We want to be told where to go, what to do, how to get there, what to wear, instead of using our God-given talents. Also, we rely a lot on the military for protection and overcompensating and infringing on other people's boundaries and taking over other countries. Again, that's relying on the military and the technology, which completely is just taking over our world. Also, he talks about finding your inner God, your inner goddess. Apocalypse was a self-proclaimed God, and that's what we need to do. We need to find our inner God and our inner goddess within ourselves, so we won't have to look outside of ourselves to find our power. Our power exists within, and that's what Apocalypse was really talking about, is reaching deep down inside and knowing who you are as a spark of the Creator. You are a microcosm of the macrocosm. You are a piece of that God spark, and that's what he was basically talking about. He was also about working together. He had his 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Although that has a negative connotation, he was also referencing how we need to work together in groups, how we need to come together as a community and help each other out to accomplish bigger goals, to do better things in our lives. No man is an island, and because no man is an island, we are all connected. We all have this big symbiotic relationship, and we need to start taking advantage of that. We need to stop saying, oh, he's over there and I'm over here, and I think technology has a lot to do with that as well, because we're so busy in our phones, we're in our iPads, we're in our computers, and these are solitary activities. But we need to get back out there. We need to get back out into nature and really connecting with the animals and ourselves and other people. And Apocalypse was all about working together for a common good. He was also talking about how the system no longer works. What we have today is killing our souls, it's killing the planet, it's killing our bodies, it's killing our minds, it's killing our spirits. Everything that is about the system and about the matrix is killing us slowly but surely. And even though we get new gadgets, we get faster processors, we get quicker access to our money, we get, bigger, better cell phones, we get bigger, faster computers, these things are actually taking away from our God-given abilities to think and to feel and to perceive and to gain insights from the macrocosm, which would be the universe. In Apocalypse, X-Men Apocalypse was a really, really big movie in the philosophical, metaphysical aspects. And once you look at it from that perspective, then you could see that it was just more than just like an action movie. It was just more than, seeing the X-Men young and, them trying to control their powers. And that's another thing. Having these psychic gifts that Charles Xavier was always saying that these are gifts, these are not, their powers weren't things that should be hidden or they should be embarrassed about. We all have inner gifts, and it's about finding and releasing our inner gifts. And that's what Xavier told Jean, to let herself go. And that's when she really dug deep into that divine feminine energy and let the inner phoenix out. She let her phoenix out, and she was able to so-called defeat Apocalypse. that divine feminine energy is very powerful, and we as women, we need to find our inner phoenix. We need to find and let the inner goddess come out. That's what it's also about as well. We as women, we have been we've been just put in a really bad space mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. We are representations of the earth, and Gaia, our earth, is having big problems. We are not in a symbiotic relationship with Gaia, and because we're not in a symbiotic relationship with the feminine, nothing else will work. Everything comes from the feminine. We call Earth Mother because she can give us clothes, she feeds us, she houses us, she gives us sunshine, she gives us rain, she gives us herbs, she gives us the beautiful animals. That's why we call her the Great Mother. And we as women, we really need to dig deep down inside and to nurture our mother aspects. And once we become into balance, then Gaia, the Great Mother, could come into balance as well. This movie, I will have to see it again, because now I go to the movies being a writer and being a metaphysician, and you know, I look for a lot of symbolism. I look to Decoded, and I look to see what messages that the stories are really bringing to us, the people, because that's what movies are really about. It's about story, it's about character, it's about archetype, it's about going from one aspect to another. It's about taking the journey, it's about transforming, and I look really deep into these stories now. So now I have to actually go back and just to enjoy it, and just to enjoy how they took the story back to the 80s, which I absolutely love. I'm not an 80s baby, but the 80s was the best decade ever. So I really enjoyed them taking them back to the 80s, and you know, the music and the clothes and the hair. I had big 80s hair, and you know, I used to dress up looking like Prince or Vanity or whoever was at the time, and it was just really nice to reminisce and see all that again. So yeah, next time I think I'm gonna go and give me a big old trough of popcorn and smuggle in some iced tea and sit there and actually enjoy it as a spectator and not look so deep into the story. But it's nice to know that you can see the symbolism, you can see that the creator is bringing these ideas, these ancient stories to these storytellers, the shamans. These are the modern day shamans. Writers are the modern day shamans, because they take something from the universe and they bring it down, they translate it, they understand it, they decode it, and they bring it out to the people, which could heal the people, or enlighten the people, or inspire or inform the people. Writers are, like myself, are the modern day shamans. So as a shaman, I always go and see the movies to decode it, and now I just have to go and just relax and stop thinking about it so much and just enjoy it as a regular person. And so yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with X-Men Apocalypse, the story behind the man. So until next time, thank you so much. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And until then, take care of yourself.